showing is visible to you? The PPT is visible to you?
Yes, sir.
Now, elasticity of demand is one important concept. In the beginning only, when you studied managerial economics or management economics, you must have studied this, that price elasticity is equal to percentage change in sales divided by percentage change in price. That is equal to price elasticity. What price elasticity is explained, that for price elasticity, the denominator is simply changed to a percentage in price. When the price falls, the quantity demanded tends to rise, and when the price rises, demand tends to fall. In simple language, whenever price of a particular product is at lower level, I mean to say, in a common man's language, if it is cheaper, for that particular product, quantity of that particular product is rise. More sale with less price always happens. Now, when price is more, sale is less. When price is less, sale is more. This is how we have to understand this demand elasticity. If price rises, demand falls significantly, or if price rises, demand falls but only slightly. This is how, when price rises, demand also rises, is never a situation. Very, very exceptionally, with rise of price, demand rises. Whenever price rises, demand for the same comes down or remains constant. This is what price elasticity rule is. Now, factors affecting price sensitivity. Perceived substitute effect. Hmm? Perceived substitute effect is relevant with our perception. What substitute we can go for if the product A is having higher price. What it is stated here, buyers are more sensitive the higher the product price is in relation to another product or substitute they could purchase. That may happen for a car, that may happen for a two-wheeler, that may happen for a mobile outgoing pack. Price sensitivity is always measured when it comes to telemarketing operators, whether it is Vodafone Idea, Reliance Jio, Airtel, or any other communication channel. What we are purchasing, prepaid or postpaid. What we do, if rest all facilities or rest all qualities are same, we think of price, and we think of substitute which is available at lower price. This was seen when Coke, Thumbs Up, and Pepsi were three different companies' products. Because content wise and quantity wise, they all were same. But Thumbs Up came up with price sensitive advertise, which was available at the rate of 5 rupees only. So these all things are perceived substitute effect. When I am offering a particular product having all its contents same and quantity same with lower price, people will come for my product purchase, not with other products which are having higher price. So this is what relevant with perceived substitute effect. Now, unique value effect. Buyers are less sensitive to a product price the more they value any of its attributes that differentiate it from competing products, that is, loyal consumers. Unique value effect. It is stated here, and word to word, please try to understand. Buyers are less sensitive to a product's price or service price the more they value any of its attributes that differentiate it from competing products. Now I am giving you example. Earlier once also we have talked about this. Maruti, DTDC, the Tej, then First Flight. These all courier services charges for 250-gram consignment from Mumbai to Pune or from Pune to any place like Sangli, Satara, Kolhapur at the most 70 to 90 rupees. For the same consignment and for the same distance, when it comes to Blue Dart or DHL, they are charging 240 rupees, almost 3 times more than any local courier operator. Even if you send by speed post EMS, that is not more than 41 rupees. Why this much difference between Blue Dart, DHL and other courier services? They have unique value effect. Why? Because their courier is having 0.1% chance of going lately. If they are saying that within 24 hours and within 48 hours we will reach to the party where you have mentioned address, that means they will reach. As their services are very prompt, they are charging much higher than local courier services. When it comes to cafe coffee day or cafe barista, their per coffee rate is 120 to 150 rupees. You go to any restaurant, it is available at 20 rupees also. Why this price change is available? Because of ambience, because of brand name, because of convenience what they are creating for customers. Otherwise, any other restaurant is ready to serve you coffee at the rate of 15-20 rupees. This is unique value effect of product which is appreciated by customers compared with any other competing brand. I have given you example, Bata or Adidas as a shoe or as a footwear is available between 1200 rupees to 2000 rupees. There are other enough brands available in the market also. But when it comes to Woodland, their prices minimum start from 3000 rupees for one pair shoe. And once you buy that shoe, even a single pair, you will get fed up by using it. You have to throw it. It won't have to be thrown away just because it is old. It gives you service for almost 10 plus years. So these all factors are relevant with unique value effect. Importance of purchase effect. If the risk of the purchase increases, then the price will not be the most important aspect of the purchase. That is medicines. Importance of purchase effect. Now I am giving you example of medicines. As I have served first 6 years of my career in pharmaceutical sales, there are certain products which are available 15 tablet, 15 tablet at the rate of 4 rupees. One tablet is not even costing 25 paise. I am talking of 2021 year. Till to date, those tablets are available at 4 rupees a strip. Now, there are certain injections, vials, ampoules in market which are available for one vial at the rate of 1.25 lakh. When a patient is required to have that injection, and if without injection and without that treatment given, if patient's life is going into risk, then their relatives, his family members will definitely take a risk of purchasing that particular product. What is stated here? Purchase increases, risk of the purchase increases. Risk of the purchase increases, then the price will not be the most important aspect. When anybody's life is at stake, price never remains what we say important. Price will not have any importance. The most important thing in for us is to save life of that patient. So this is what required here. Importance of purchase effect, difficult comparison effect. Buyers are less sensitive to price when they find it more difficult to compare alternatives. Now, it is difficult for us to compare between pizza, between cold drink, between shoe pair, between garments. Then what we do? They don't think of any comparison, and they are not even compared with prices also. Whatever is available, that makes them to buy it. Price quality effect. A higher price may signal that the product is of superior quality. Better the quality, higher the price, or higher the price, better the quality. This is what always seen when we are purchasing product or when we are purchasing services. Why? Because particular products or services do have its category. As such, cars for means of transport are available at 2,88,000 rupees, 1,70,000 rupees, and certain sedan segment cars like Fortuner are available at 11 lakh rupees also. Why their prices are higher? Why the product Fortuner is available at much higher price than that of Maruti Suzuki, Maruti 800 or Swift Desire? Because quality of that particular product is much better than any other brand available in the market. Expenditure effect. Buyers become more price sensitive when the expenditure is larger, either in absolute money amounts or as a percentage of their income. Now, expenditure. When I am having budget of 5,000 rupees for my shopping, I won't go beyond that limit. What it happens till 5,000, whatever I have planned or unplanned, including unplanned things, I will go for 5,000 rupees only. If my budget is 5,000 rupees, once in a month, whatever I am purchasing up to 5,000 rupees. That is what expenditure effect suggests us. Buyers become more price sensitive when the expenditure is larger, either in absolute money amounts or as a percentage of their income. Whatever income I am having, proportionate to my income, my expenditures will be. Lesser the income, lesser the expenditure. Higher the income, higher the expenditure. Because apart from purchasing certain products on monthly basis, on regular basis, there are certain fixed expenses like insurance premium, students' fees or children's fees, home rent, medicines, and loan EMI. All these fixed expenses, when we have to do willingly or unwillingly, inevitably, without avoiding them, then whatever remains with us, that much we use for our expenditure. This is what expenditure effect. Fairness and transparency effect. If the buyer believes the price falls outside a band of what would be judged reasonable and fair, then this become more price sensitive. Fairness and transparency effect. What buyer thinks of a product, max to max its price will be this much. More than that, if they are quoting this price, then it's not fair. That even if the product is of good quality, he will not buy it. Fairness and transparency effect. When I am thinking of a shoe pair, my impression for good quality shoes and its proportionate price, if it is 800 to 1000 rupees, then I will buy in that range only. If somebody is saying a shoe pair is also available at 2000 or 3000 rupees, I don't ever buy that product, however good quality of that shoe pair is. In the same principle or the same thing is applicable to garments, gold jewelry, or any other costly products. So this is what relevant with fairness and transparency effect. Factors affecting price sensitivity. This is all completed one. Perishable nature of product. If product is of perishable nature, it is not much costly, just because its liquidation is more important or as important as it's to quote its price. If milk is getting spoiled or what we say adulterated, now make use of particular things or particular words precisely. Air gets polluted, water gets contaminated, and milk gets adulterated. What is meant by adulteration? mixing some unwanted element into the milk, or certain products do have very short lifespan, like vegetables after cutting from the field, then fruit vegetables, then milk, bread, butter, cheese. All these milk and milk products require cold storage facility of high standard. Then only they can have much longer life than their natural life. And cold storage facility again adds certain amount in cost. So these all factors are relevant with perishable nature of product. Before that goods are getting perished, they are needed to be sold. They are required to be bought by end buyer, end customer. Now, the competitive product. This is also an important factor when price sensitivity is seen. If a product A or brand A, you must have seen all the mineral water. Students, you are listening to me? Are you there? Students, you are available or not? Umesh, you are the only student available today.
Yes, sir.
What about others?
Yes, sir. 2 minutes, sir. कॉल करता सर मैं.
Umesh, उमेश ऐकायला येते का तुला? नको, काही गरज नाही आहे. Even with one student I can go ahead. Is it okay with you?
Okay, sir.
Okay. The competitive products are those who are having almost similar price, nearly equal to. One example here we can quote, that is of mineral water. A 1 liter water bottle is available at the rate of 15 rupees. Most of the brands do have the same rate. Even if other one, if out of 10 brand, if one brand is quoting price 14, it's quite possible that rest all consumers will go to that particular brand. So number one brand who's having 60% market coverage or acquired 60% market share of entire mineral water market have to keep the price same. the way newly entrant market brand is keeping. Bisleri is also having price at the rate of 15 rupees per liter, and any other brand, that is Oxyrich, Bailey, Aquafina, or any other particular brand, they also have 15 rupees rate for the same brand. So this is what relevant with competitive product. Now other particular approaches also we have seen, and we have seen that cost oriented pricing. Cost oriented is equal to setting price on the basis of an understanding of cost to the retailer. Profit margin plus manufacturing cost is equal to price. This is what cost oriented price suggests us. Higher the cost of manufacturing, more the cost of more the price, more will be the price, because it is including cost what it came for manufacturing. Cost plus pricing or rate of return pricing, this is what relevant with cost oriented pricing. Demand oriented pricing, it has not much required how much cost came for manufacturing product like non-alcoholic beverages, Pepsi, their per bottle cost of manufacturing comes at the rate of 88 paise, and what rate they are selling it? 10 rupees. Even medicines, their prices for per tablet are not even 10 paise, 15 paise or 12 paise, but when they are selling in the market, they are selling per tablet at the rate of 2 rupee, 3 rupee, and certain tablets available at the rate of 7 rupee and 8 rupee also. This is what demand oriented pricing. Discrimination pricing, variable or flexible pricing, backward pricing, skimming pricing. Most of the R&D product which comes in the market and which are patented, there's no substitute available in the market for that particular product, and there won't be any substitute coming in the market for next 3 years on account of patent. Then that particular product will be available at very high cost, that won't be available at lower or cheaper rate. This is applicable for all patented products which are available in the market. And competitive pricing, we have seen for Bisleri, Aquafina, Oxyrich, Bailey. For 1 liter bottle, it is available at 15 rupees. 2 liter bottle available at 25 to 30 rupees. When they are selling 20 liter jar, between 60 to 75 rupees is the price what they quote. They are having competitive pricing, market penetrating pricing. Now, whenever any new product from company's side, it is new. For market, it is not an absolute new product. It is me too. The way any particular product becomes successful, many companies launch similar characteristics and similar content product. That product required to be sold at lower rate so that it can be available in the market. That is said as market penetrating pricing. Psychological pricing, making product available at 199 rupees, 599 rupees, 1999 rupees. Now 99 appears to be much lesser than 100. It is a two digit number. So this is what happens. Psychological pricing, odd pricing, keeping price odd for specific category of product. Now, everyday low pricing can offer a number of benefits: perception of fairness, reduced advertising, improved customer service management, reduced stocks out and improved inventory management, increased profit margin. This is everyday low pricing is applicable in almost all organized retail store. Whatever printed price is available, the product, less than that printed price, the product will be made available. So this is how pricing as a factor affects. Pricing and the relationship to value. What is explained about pricing's relationship and value? In deciding to buy a product, a consumer has to be willing to give up something in order to enjoy the satisfactions of the benefits the product will deliver. What I am doing, I have to give up something that is relevant with price and benefits the product will deliver that will have satisfaction for me. This concept is more complex than it seems. The majority of consumers are looking for value when they buy a product, and value is derived from the functions of quality. Value is derived from the functions of quality and price, as well as the added value of the image or brand. Certain products do have their image. On account of that image, they are charging higher price even then that product is selling good. Creating brand is a very difficult task and it takes time to settle or to enter the customer's mind and to make position in customer's mind. Now, when we say bath soap, the very first name what it comes to our mind is Lux. When we say toothpaste, the very first name what it comes to our mind is Colgate. When we say noodles, the quickly what we add up is Maggi. Now, these all factors are relevant with image or brand making of a particular product. It is difficult for MBA marketing student to decide Cadbury Dairy Milk out of these two words, which is company and which is brand. They are saying Amul Cadbury, they are saying Choco Cadbury, they are saying Chocobar Cadbury. All these factors are efforts taken by that company to develop, to establish that particular brand. So these all factors are relevant with value of a product than that of a price. Now value is equal to quality divided by price plus image. Quality of a product divided by price of that product plus image of that product. So if a consumer believes the image and quality of a product is good, then they will be willing to make greater sacrifices in order to purchase that product. In order to purchase that product. What is stated here, let me repeat one again. If a consumer believes the image and quality and image of a product is good, then they will be willing to make greater sacrifices in order to purchase that product, where quality has to be always at higher value. When divided by price, it will come into positive number, and when image is added to it, its value will be always higher. Now when quality is quoted as 2 and price is quoted as 4, that makes 0.5. That is not a complete number. So when incomplete number is added with image, its value will be less. So quality has to be always have higher number than that of price in digits or in alphabets. So this is what relevant with value of a product. The interrelationship between price, quality and value plays a significant role in store patronage and the buying behavior of customers. Value was grouped into 4 categories by Zitmal. Valerie Zitmal and Mary Jo Bittner have one very popular book on retailing management. If you get time, please read it. Value as low price. Value as whatever is wanted from a product. Value as the quality one gets for the price paid. And value as what one gets for what one gives. These are the different aspects of value what Zitmal have described. Value as a low price. Now most of the underdeveloped countries where per capita income is much lesser compared with developing countries and developed countries. There can't be any comparison of underdeveloped countries per capita income with developed countries. In my previous lecture, once I have told you per capita income of Indians is 1,28,000 rupees per annum. Now it comes to $2,000 approximately per annum. Now the same, if we compare with Americans, their per capita income per annum is 66,000 American dollars. In fact, with developing country and developed country, there is no comparison of per capita income. Countries like India, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Pakistan, Nigeria, they are not even nearer to the per capita income what an average American do have. Now, value as low price. When a particular product is available at low price, then it is having its value. Then it is available and then it is accepted. Parle-G as a product have reduced their biscuit size, quantity of biscuit size, but their prices have remained the same. 5 rupees for 10 biscuits, that is the price they have kept for last several years, almost for 20 years. Now, what 5 rupee as a value you used to have 10 years, it is not same in 2021. That means they have lowered their price, not increased. So this is what value as a low price have its importance. Value as whatever is wanted from a product. When price is not a factor, but what you want from that product, efficacy, availability, effect, and your purpose is getting served. When we are buying a medicine to save life of a innocent child, even if it is available at 16 crore rupees, that is purchased. This case recently happened with a baby child having specific ailment, specific disease, and that one injection was having cost of 16 crore rupees. But that was bought from America and it is given to that baby. Her parents raised money by social funding, by using Facebook or and WhatsApp and other social media channels, and they published that their daughter will not survive without having this injection because from birth she is having this defect. And what is there, whatever is wanted from that product, that will be given, but whatever price is required to be paid, that will be also paid. What I want from that product, that I want. Whatever price it is available, I am not much bothered. Now, value as the quality one gets for the price paid. When we are traveling by train, non-AC sleeper ticket for a distance of 500 to 600 kilometer will be hardly 270 to 360 rupees. When we are paying this range between 250 to 350, we are getting that quality. Non-AC sleeper will not have any cool climate. Number of berth books will be always more in quantity. Which berth you will be getting, you don't know. Bathrooms or toilets will be shared in common. Now, when we are booking for the same journey, AC 1 tier or AC 2 tier ticket, it is almost 1150 rupees, 1800 rupees, up to 1800 rupees for 1 tier. Now what happens, within that bogie, you will be provided with blanket, pillow, mineral water. Number of people sharing bathroom and toilet will be much lesser than non-AC sleeper coach. So what you pay, that you get. Value is what one gets for what one gives. What you are paying, that much you are getting. This is always relevant with when you go to any restaurant and order food. You order more quantity food, you have to pay more. You order less quantity food, you have to pay less. This is what relevant with value. Now, Jethmal's benefit components include intrinsic attributes. Intrinsic attributes like status quo, image, and certain things which are adding convenience to the customer. They are saving physical efforts, they are saving time, they are enhancing image of that customer. These all things are relevant with intrinsic attributes. Now, intrinsic attributes, perceived value, quality, and other relevant high abstractions. This means value is a judgment about superiority and benefits delivered. Value is equal to quality divided by price. Other costs, therefore, pricing implications. There are other costs which a retailer needs to bear in mind when attempting to judge how competitive the store product price may be. What all are the other costs a retailer have to look into or have to require to invest? Consumer travel cost for the purchase of product. Parking charges bear by the consumer. Traffic congestion in getting to the store. Any changes in price and cost, that is seasonal offer or seasonal demand. The need of multi-purpose visits to store. These all factors when customer buying product is paying from his pocket. Now, when customer is thinking of buying a product, he is not neglecting all these things. He is keeping in his mind all the things what cost him. If you go to 10-gram jewelry rate, current rate, today's rate also, just find out what is the 10-gram rate for standard rate for 10-gram gold. In Pune, if it is 44,000 rupees, in Mumbai, it is approximately 47,500. Just at the distance of 150 kilometer, 3,500 rupees more. Why people not go to Mumbai when they have to buy gold? They think of travel cost, they think of parking charges, they think of traffic congestion, they think of time spent on buying this particular product, and that's the reason they believe they are nearby goldsmith. If you think of gold charges or even cost wise different products available at different places, you will come to know that there is a sizable difference in same category and same branded product. So this is what is relevant with other costs, therefore pricing implications. Markdown policy consideration for retailers. What this markdown policy consideration is? Virtually all retailers will have occasion to utilize price markdowns when to come down with price. It is typical for markdowns to be used as part of a clearance sale in order to provide space for new merchandise. Whatever product was made available and expected to have it to sell, liquidation in specific time duration, if that is not happening, that stock needs to be removed as soon as possible. And for that reason, to remove it, retailers do quote their prices lower than their actual price. Stock clearance sale, especially in case of garments, is always seen by retailers. Reasons for markdown: competitor activity affecting demand, inadequate original pricing policy, merchandise did not meet consumer needs or preferences, economic or seasonal problems, overstocking or poor stocking of merchandise, quality of merchandise inferior due to manufacture or damage, problems of seasonality or poor timing of offer. Now, competitor activity affecting demand. It's quite possible that competitor came up with much advanced version of a product than yours. And in such situation, when he is offering his product at same rate with advanced version, your going rate price won't be attracting customers. And in such situation, you cannot keep your product with lower version, backdated version for too long time. So you have to sell it at whatever rate it makes sale. Inadequate original pricing policy. Originally, when price was quoted for that product, it was not clicking the customer. The price was quoted was too high. And in such situation, customers haven't accepted it. So in this situation, they have to liquidate the stock which is available. Merchandise did not meet consumer needs or preferences. This happens many often when garment products, especially women's clothes, are purchased in huge quantity with different variety, but they weren't having met expectations. They weren't been able to meet expectations made by customers. And in such situation, they are sold even at one half price, 50% of its original price. Economic or seasonal problems. This happens quite often with services in tourism and travels. When you go to places like Mahabaleshwar, Pachgani, Kulu Manali, or Goa, they have seasonal effect. During cold months of June, July, August, September, October, or November, these 6 months or 8 months of the year, when it is too cold temperature, people are quite busy in their own personal and professional life. They don't have time to travel, or they don't have that favorable season to travel. Then in such situation, they have to reduce their prices for 5 days, 4 nights, or 3 nights, 4 days, 2 nights, 3 days, likewise their packages, their lodge rent, their transportation cost, and everything is available at much lower rate. Now, overstocking of product. When overstocking of product is done, in such situation, that needs to be liquidated. We are in this pandemic for last 1.5 years. It quite happened with medical stores and retailers also that they kept hand wash and mask in huge quantity. But when it comes to nearer expiry and government changed the pricing policy for masks to be used, whatever stock was available, that was required to be liquidated by retailers. Now N95 mask, you have any idea at what rate it was available? It was about 120 rupees. Now N95 mask is available at 20 rupees also. So whatever was purchased in that lot of 120 rupees MRP, that was required to be liquidated as soon as possible. So these all factors are relevant with markdown policy. When retailer have to lower down the price what it is purchased at. Now, again in the explanation for markdown, a retailer has to be clear about how any downward adjustment to original prices should be handled. Some retailers prefer to express the markdown as a percentage of the new selling price. Markdown is equal to markdown amount divided by net sales. Markdown is what? Reduction in price in order to encourage or stimulate sales. If the price printed was 500 rupees, markdown price available is at 400, 360, 420, likewise. An early markdown policy may move the bulk of the stock more speedily, limit shop soiling, free up space for the new merchandise, and enable the remaining stock to be better presented. A late policy may allow more stock to be sold at a higher profit and could help to maintain a more positive image for the retailer. This markdown is again having few reasons. It's not that their existing stock is too high in quantity. It's quite possible that they are in plan to come up with new product, and new product is not having space for stocking. New product is not having racks or warehouse for stocking, and they are hoping high from their new product compared with their existing product. So in case whatever available product in old stock, that they are required to liquidate, so that space will be made available for newly launched product. Now these all are markdown or markup prices. Markup price is there also, the way we have markdown price. So students, you people are coming late. It's almost 12:47. Hardly another 13 minutes are remaining. And in the beginning, there was only one student. I wish to have some talk with you. You were having any lecture between 11 to 12?
No, sir.
So it's better you be available between 12 to 1. I am already informed to conduct your session, and I will be having another 2 sessions tomorrow and day after tomorrow only. I expect you to attend your session for 60 minutes, not for 20 or 10 minutes, for sake of having attendance. Please attend your sessions on regular basis for entire time what it is scheduled for. Now markdown price is what relevant with markdown amount divided by net sales. They have certain situations where they want to liquidate the existing stock. Now retail promotions, what we have seen so far: product, price, and the third P is promotions. How retail promotions do happen? Retailers communicate to their customers on a continuous basis through the store atmosphere, the products and services, promotional literature, advertising, and other promotional means. We have seen advertises in rolling strip when we are watching news channels, when we are watching certain TV programs for Shoppers Stop, Big Bazaar, or for that sake any other organized retailer. Promotions of retail stores most of the time depends when customer comes inside the store. It's not that he is watching any flex or watching any audio visual clip and that he is getting impressed. When you are having live encounter with that retail customer, the product, what at rate prices are available, the experience what he is having for sake of 30 minutes to 2 hours, the floor assistants, how they are helping him, atmospheric, what it is available for that particular store, brand name or image of that particular store. If I am staying for 7 days or 10 days in Bangalore and I have to go for shopping, I have two options: either to go one branch of Shoppers Stop or to go in the local market. Now when I am going in the local market, communication or language problem is big hurdle. When I am outsider or new one, by appearance or by language, if retailers come to know, it's quite possible that they are charging me much higher than going rate market. But when it comes to retail outlet of Shoppers Stop, whether it is located in Bangalore or in Hyderabad, there have to be price similarity in whatever I am purchasing. So these all factors are relevant with retail promotions and live encounter of retail stores, what it is to be experienced by that customer. Retail promotion is the descriptive term for the mix of communication. Retailing promotion will have main objective of influencing consumer perceptions, attitudes, and behavior in order to increase store loyalty, store visits, and product purchase. Indian customers do have different classes, and there is one sizable portion of Indian population what believes that all the products which are available in organized retail store are costly than their local vendor. They are charging higher prices or they have hidden cost to quote just because they are having good atmospherics. And it's better to buy from local market where we are known to retailer and he is having credit facility to be given. This is what consumers' perception about organized retail store. And the way they have that attitude, what means attitude? Big size stores will have costly product, small style stores will have cheap products. Now with the size and the ambience what is created for customers, instead of having its positive effect, it is affecting negatively. So this is what relevant with perceptions, attitude, and behavior in order to increase store loyalty. What is the objective of retail promotion? The marketing objectives need to be clearly defined so that the most effective types of promotion can be utilized. The mixed strategies could specify a need to achieve awareness, to inform, to educate, create purchase action, improve loyalty, change the perception of the customer, etc. For this objective, we will go stepwise. What all are the strategies, mixed strategies which are specified here? Creating awareness. What means by awareness here? A retail customer should be aware of the new brands coming in the market, availability of those brands in the retail store, value added services given to that particular product category, and what all are the things available in the market, the same are available at lower price in organized retail store. He should have one clear picture about organized retail store, and he should be aware of the things which are latest happening in the market. This is what relevant with awareness. To inform, what is the objective of retail promotion? Is to inform customer about the products which are there, what descriptions are required to be given for the product they are purchasing, which are the category of product they have made available for customers, which particular brands customers buy frequently, and which are the brands they are having made available for them. These all information for customers' sake, they have to make it available. This is their objective for promotion and to increase sale. Customers needs to be informed. Whatever things are required to be known to customer, they are need to be informed by organized retail store. To educate, this is what something important when complex category of products are sold. That may be refrigerator, microwave oven, television set, LED, LCD, plasma TV, or in case of a two-wheeler. These days, two-wheelers also are having too many advanced options like digital speedometer, disc brake, then button start, alloy wheel, and many other types of advancement in design of cushions. So these all factors are required to educate that person when they are handling such product. If they are not handling it in a proper manner, in a prescribed manner, they can create danger. When we are using two-wheelers of disc brake, how promptly we have to press the brake, that we have to decide, and we should know how to control it, because disc brakes are very prompt. Within 6 seconds, your speed of bike from 140, it comes down to 0, and it's quite possible that customer may get jumped up and fall down on account of this prompt reaction of disc brake. So in such situation, educating customer is very important. Create purchase action, improve visiting a retail store without any request made by floor assistant or cashier. That retail customer himself should feel that when he has to buy something next time, definitely he will come to the same store without anybody's invitation, without anybody's request made. So that makes customer loyalty. A customer visiting on regular basis a retail store is a loyal customer. When he is purchasing certain amount of product on regular basis, that makes him a loyal customer. And apart from his own loyalty, when he is doing word of mouth publicity for other customers, and on account of his regular visit, those who are known to him are coming for purchase in the same store, that also makes very profit for that retail store. So these all things are relevant with customer loyalty. A loyal customer is much better than potential customer because it requires less spending on advertising. When you have to convert one potential customer into existing, a lot of amount is required to be spent on advertising. But loyal customers don't have to spend much amount. So these all factors are relevant with retail promotion objective. Few more we will look into next session. I request you all, I have seen today, and it's not a fair thing on your part, what I would like to say.